And the just the way you guys have played back and forth the past 10 years, what's it like for particularly your younger players to play a game like this? Not so much the final score, but just playing a team like Marist.
Well, we do a lot to prepare for Marist because obviously Marist is such a great team, and obviously the champs of our league for many years. So that's why we talk to the girls. We've played Marquette, we've played Arizona, we've played Michigan State, we've played Toledo, which is a tremendous mid-major team. It's beaten 2 major teams this year. We played Charlotte. We've played a very good schedule. In fact, our schedule is the best in the MAC to prepare us for this. And again, it's disappointing because we come out and we thought we had some good looks. In fact, the first 2 plays of the games were exactly the shots that we practiced on and worked, and we don't make them. And then Marist makes a couple of shots, and then one thing leads to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, and it's just another disaster here. And it's been like that quite often. But they make it a disaster. I mean, it's not like we're struggling. We're not at the level right now that we've been in the past. But I will tell you, a month from now or 2 months from now, we'll hopefully be at that level. And it is a credit to them that they're able to stay at the level they have. Everyone knows I'm really good friends with Coach George, and I have so much respect for his assistants as well. I don't think people understand. I'm blessed with a great staff, but he's blessed with a super great staff. I mean, Megan Jebbia is probably one of the best coaches, not only in the MAC and around, if she chose to do that, and she has chosen to stay. And the rest of the staff does a great job, and they're very prepared. And I joked with Brian. I said, Brian, when you think it goes good for me that I get to go to Arizona and you don't, it actually turns out to be bad for me because I spent 18 hours on buses and 14 hours in airports, and you were here basically resting, and that had nothing to do with it. He wanted to go, but it is what it is at this point. They're good. I had said this to my boss this morning. They are as balanced a Marist team as we've ever seen, and I think that's why they're most effective. Being a voter on the mid-major poll, I have voted them 3rd the past 3 or 4 weeks because except for I think Bowling Green and Wisconsin Green Bay, they're right there, and they are just so balanced. I tell you, I don't want to say the best because I don't think it's fair when other teams win championships. It's the most balanced, definitely, by far. And he's done a great job, him and the staff, putting together this balance. It's hard to play a lot of kids because we usually do, and he's always said to me, I don't know how you do it. It's so hard. But he's done a good job. He's got good contributions. He's got a lot of weapons. And he's got a great player in Erica Allen's back. And he actually has the best point guard in the league now in Elise Carolina. And I give her credit because she came in as the backup this year. And I give her a lot of credit for it. And I said that to my team before. We feel we have a great point guard who's unfortunately not playing right now. But Elise is great, and she makes this team go. She made 3 threes today. She only made 2 all year. But you know what? She had to make them today. And that's a great player. She is a tremendous player. I have so much respect for her. I really do.
In that first half, after the 18-0 run, and then ending up down by however many points, what can you say to your team in the halftime in the locker room to try and come out and have them play as hard as they can instead of giving up?
That's a great question. We're down 22, and we said to the team, you know what, there is Iona pride, there's this or there's that, let's not come out. And we scored the first 5 points in the second half, and actually we could have scored the first 7 or 9 points. We missed 2 easy ones. And then to Marist credit, they regrouped, and it's hard when you have 20, there was a little lull, of course, but we could have come out and been like, we're down 20, we stink, and this is our second game in 3 days after all that long trip, and they didn't. And I was proud of the kids for that. And it showed that we do have some good character in this program. And I'll say this now. I will say that we will play in the finals against them. I really feel that way. I honestly do. I honestly do. As bad as it is right now, we will be there. And it might take a while, and we might not go in as a 2 seed. But this program has a lot of good character players in it, and a lot of kids have gotten a lot better. And we will, in this next 2 months, get a lot better. And I am sure that when it's time for the Max, that this team will be a very difficult team to beat. I really believe that. And I never say that. You guys have been with me for 9 years now. I have a lot of confidence in these young ladies because they've been through a lot of adversity and they've really stayed together. And I think we're shooting as poorly as we can possibly shoot, and we will not shoot that way all year. We won't.
Now, you say you'll see them again in the finals. Do you think you'll be ready for them, or at least more ready for them when you meet them, when you see them again in the postseason?
I hope so. I think we're going to need to be because I think they will be there. And I think, one of the things about Iona basketball, as you guys have seen through the years, is we've always gotten better as the years gone on. That's one of the trademarks of our kids. They work hard all year. They continue to improve. and they have a lot of pride in Iona basketball, and I don't, we have a long way to go to even match, them at all, but you know what, we're going to be there, so I think when we play them, it will be a much more competitive game at that point, I can assure you of that.
One last question. After today's loss by 30 points, what is the next step for you and your team?
We gave them tomorrow off, actually. We have traveled close to 6,000 miles and been in a bus for, like I said, close to 18, in an airport for 20, 15, or whatever the thing is. We're exhausted. We really are. And you know what? There's only one person to blame for that, me. I put the schedule together, and I made, definitely an error scheduling so late as opposed to with our league games. We need a day off, and I will tell you 5 of them always stopped the assistants and asked if they can come in and shoot. So that says a lot about the program. I think we need a day off. I think we'll have 2 good days of practice, and I think we're going to have a very difficult, but I think we'll be ready to play Fairfield on Saturday. We have to be. The MAC is wide open this year, from 2 through 10. It is wide open. You look at the non-league schedules that these teams played, and they weren't even as competitive as we were, and we played a great non-league schedule and won 4 league games, 4 non-league games. So it's going to be a very, this team's got to get better. You got to win your games. You got to grind them out. We weren't able to do that in the first day. I think we were very tired, and I give Sienna credit. But I will tell you, this team, once we get our legs under us, we'll start to shoot the ball better, and we will go on a nice streak. I have a lot of confidence in these young ladies. I really do.